everyone, this is Michelle Burney with Uncover Your Radiance Within. And you might notice that the backdrop has changed a little bit. We're actually in transition right now. We've moved like 1,400 miles and drove 20 hours to get to our new home. And the truck hasn't arrived yet with most of our stuff. So I'm finding a temporary location. We have to work on my new backdrop and all of that here in the future. But I'm really excited to still bring these videos slash podcasts to you. And I want to get back to doing some health related talks. I think that's really important. And I think they're pretty popular. But today, I guess I kind of changed gears. I'm going to talk about artificial sweeteners and aspartame and some of the choices that you can make. But I'm going to put that off till next week because with this week being so transitional for me, and a few things have come up kind of as the week progressed. I want to change my topic that I was going to do to the idea of owning your crazy. Own your crazy. And those exact terms were used in a workshop that I did, a coaching class that I did. And the speaker encouraged us to own our crazy. And, not literally, mentally ill crazy, but to own what makes you you, to own what makes you unique. And a few things made me think of this idea this week. First of all, driving across the country and 20 hours in the car with the dog and moving at this point in my life is, as some may deem, a little bit crazy, but I definitely do own it. And I'm really excited about this change. But a couple of things that have come up over the course of this week. As I was driving down, a friend of mine who I really respect, and she really got me interested in coaching, she posted about confidence, and she posted about having the confidence to just wear a sports bra, without a top over it, without a t-shirt over it. And she took off her t-shirt while she was running and just ran with her sports bra, and kind of talking about that confidence and, what are your stories of confidence, and just letting it just be you and just going for it. And I thought that was really inspiring. It's a really inspiring message because so many times we hold back, just for those thoughts of, what will other people think, or I'm not good enough, I'm not skinny enough, I'm not this, or I'm not that. But think about all that you may be missing out on, and is running with a sports bra missing out on something. But it's that liberating feeling, it's that confident feeling, it's that, I'm just going to do it, I'm just going to go for it feeling. And I think this has come up, a few different times lately. Like I said, I had the pleasure of hanging out on the 4th of July with a really fun couple, really good friends who I will miss and look forward to seeing soon. But for the 4th of July, they were both dressed in matching Independence Day overalls, red, white, and blue, stars and stripes, and they both were matching. He didn't have anything else on under them. She did have a tank top and stuff. They look adorable. And it's not something that all guys would wear. It's not something all couples would do in matching. But they were so cute and they're so fun and they have such great energy. And I really admire that in them. And I am really inspired by them, by my friend, and just letting it go and being you. And who cares what other people think? I think that's a big thing that we have to get over. Like, what will other people think? Like, if you're enjoying yourself, if you're having fun, if you're connecting with your friends, you're connecting with your partner, you are, taking a little risk, like, go for it. Go for it. Um, Own your crazy. It's okay. I think we often hold ourselves back because of that idea. I know personally of, what are other people going to think? Um, and owning your crazy involves really getting to know who you are. You can't own your crazy until you know who you really are. Is everyone meant to wear, patriotic overalls? No, that may not be your version of your crazy. But do you love to dance? Have you missed out on dancing? Do you love to sing? What are those little things that make you you that you haven't done in too long? Because owning those crazy can just bring more joy, more happiness, more smiles, more of those positive endorphins into your life. And there's nothing wrong with that. That is definitely a way to be healthy. And criticism, when you are so concerned about what other people think. I know I've said this before, don't take things personally. If you're concerned that other people are going to think down upon you, they're going to think negatively, they're going to say something, they're going to make a comment, don't take it personally. Because if they do, it's really a reflection on where they are, not a reflection on you. Just something to keep in mind. I have to keep telling myself that, don't take things personally. Don't take things personally. And another thing that I've learned to keep in mind is that criticism always comes from below. Like criticism comes from where there's a lower vibrational energy, not from above. Like people who have a higher vibrational energy, who have more positive energy, they're probably not the ones that would be critical of you owning you're crazy, of you doing something silly, of you doing something fun, putting yourself out there. I thought of this the other day. I had broke a nail in the move pretty badly. So our first day here, I had to find a nail salon to go get my nail fixed. And my husband decided to come with me. And he's like, well, maybe I'll think about getting a pedicure. So he came inside and he has never done anything like that. He hates when people touch him, is what he thinks or what he says. And he ended up getting a manicure and a pedicure. And I was sitting in the position I was in my chair getting my nail fixed, and I could see him, and it just, it made me laugh because this is something that he went out of his comfort zone. He owned his crazy. He wasn't the only man in there. I will say there are other men in there getting their toes and their fingers attended to. But in terms of owning your crazy, just going for it, he thoroughly enjoyed it. He can't believe how smooth and soft his feet are and all that. He said he's been missing out all these years on that. But in terms of that idea of criticism, that someone who is to criticize him, another guy, for going to get a pedicure, is someone who just hasn't had that experience. Maybe it's someone who's insecure, someone who's more fearful, someone who's not willing to take those risks themselves. And that's typically the people who you may face that criticism from, are people who don't have the courage to do those types of things. The people, like I said, who are a little insecure about themselves or don't really know themselves, can't tap into themselves and let themselves do and be and enjoy and take those risks and do those fun things. So I want you to think about, who you really are. What are those things you're missing out on, because maybe you're too, like I said, worried about what someone else is thinking. What do you really want? What do you really want to do? What's something you want to try? I encourage you to go for it. Own your crazy. Give something a shot. You're never too old. You're never too young. Life is short, so go for it. Whether it's wearing just a sports bra to take a run or to the gym, whether it's going to get that pedicure, whether it's making big moves. I'm not saying it has to be big moves. Whether it's just going out dancing or singing in the car ride or something like that. Own your crazy. Enjoy life. Find your authentic self, be your authentic self. I think you'll find that you do start to vibrate at a higher energy level. And I mentioned that before, that criticism comes from those who are vibrating at a lower energy, but, raise your energy level, raise your vibration, be a happier, brighter, healthier person by really owning your crazy. Don't let others get you down. Don't take what they say personally. So for this week, find one thing. Find one thing that's a little crazy in your book and go for it. Do it. See how free it feels. See how it feels to be kind of in touch with yourself and enjoying something that you like to do. So go out there, own your crazy. Have a great week. This is Michelle Burney for Uncover Your Radiance Within.